done at 110.19.
Oh. Hello, hello, hello. Realised Jim was going to keep going on and on like that. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Hope everyone enjoyed the Australian Grand Prix earlier today. If you haven't watched it, don't spoil anything. There were some good things about it and some bad things about it. But yeah, we're here to enjoy ourselves at Phillip Island. Practice session's just finishing up. We're car number 8. As we always do in this series, we're driving the Mercedes-AMG W13 E Performance Formula 1 car. We have a full Grand Prix distance around Phillip Island today. 69 laps. Phillip Island. First before that. Currently car number 8 of a 15-car field. About in the middle. See where we qualify.
Alright Adrian, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Wind's relatively low, it's only 28 kilometers an hour. Coming from behind and slightly to our left and blowing across us. Hey Florian. Congrats on your result in the broadcast race. And qualify on, get ourselves underway. The banker lap, it'll be a bit slower, but go full beans for the second one.
The leader has just done 108.42. The leader's just done 106.83. The leader has just done 106.80.
Hey Smokey.
6th place. That puts you 2.1 seconds off the leader's pace. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Come on.
fastest lap for Augusto, 106.57. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace. New fastest lap for Sander, 106.36.
Seven six. Not look. That's what I did in the practice beforehand. So it's what I did on Friday night. It's like it's all fine, but would have been nice to have slightly better time. Though it looks like I would have needed a seven flat or a high 6 to go ahead. And there's a big gap behind. So we're on the cusp. Strategy plans. Look, I was thinking about trying to do something smart or clever or different. Now I thought my strategy on Friday worked fine. Probably held my mediums for a couple of laps too long. So I think mediums to 35. Hards after that. One stop. Push the whole time. First 10 laps of each stint, just try not to put too much energy through the front right. But yeah, that's my plan. 35 is probably the latest that I can pit on the mediums to start. I was down to 28% front right on Friday night. That was 37. Yeah, I don't know about the hard medium. I felt really good on the hard later in the race on Friday, so I think I'm just going to run with that energy. I mean, what's 45 from the end? That's what 45 from the end is like 25, 24, 25.
Gran tempo, Vincenzo. Bravo. Bocca al lupo anche a te.
So if I was to do your strategy inverted, Florian, I'd stop in the late 20s. So I figure I can stop around lap 30. Lap 35 is just the ceiling, the latest. It's feeling good, stop closer to 35. It's feeling average, stop high 20s. But yeah, I just like the idea of being on the medium at the start because my starts aren't great and I feel like I can do with the quicker warm-up. I was more confident in my driving in a pack. Yeah.
That's the end of the session, P9.
P9. Oh, Francesco Massara popped in and Michelle Rudeau up into 6th. That's all right. Yeah. Well, that's another reason why I want the medium is because if I drop back a few places, although there's not too many places to drop back, so hopefully there's no shenanigans in the first couple of laps. Had to deal with that on both my races so far. Some amount of shenanigans. I do actually want to add. I think that's going a bit far. But yeah, I remembered to take the fuel out that Connor scolded me over in Stuffy's Discord.
The strength of field is 3,400. The track temp is 34 Celsius. The air temp is 20. Okay, Adrian, we'll be in the mid-pack here. We're expecting you to finish in position 8.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to be at the end of... I don't mind being at the end of DRS trains as long as they're moving quick enough. But yeah, ideally if everyone in front of me in that train has to stop, it's great news for me. Hey, if you like what you're seeing, click a like. Try to make it somewhat pleasant to watch. 69 laps. Starting from P9, hopefully hang around here or move forward a little bit.
This will be a standing start. Go. Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Sander did not get off the line.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Sander, and their rating is 5.9. Car in front is car number 14. Car right. Clear right.
I think Angel was coming through there regardless. Thanks Florian, thanks Smokey.
V10.
I didn't see that GL until just now.
Red yellow flag, debris on the track. The driver in front of us is Angel, B licence, and their rating is 2.5. The gap to Angel in front is now 0.41.
Oh damn, Angel's on a low-down force. Oh, I just see you put that in the chat. God, how must that feel over Lukey Heights with the tailwind?
The leader has just done 109.64. Okay, Adrian, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Jim's going to complain about fuel soon. It's okay, we'll get it under control.
10th position.
Oh, we need to... Don't know how, but we need to get past Angel. I'm too scared of that LDF.
Fastest lap for Augusto, 109.21. Pit window open. We need to pit for fuel by lap 62.
Oh man, come on. It's just slower. But not slower anywhere that I can overtake. Oh. I mean, I think we would have had an accident if I didn't let him go.
Nail those exits.
Let them go.
Entering turn 6. Okay, Adrian, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past.
I know, Jim. Yeah, that's the only chance. I think no DRS to put me on the gearbox by turn 2, and then, or close on turn 2, and then faster through turn 2, send it down the inside at 4. Either that or pass Massiege.
That last lap was at 1:10.24 as your quickest lap in this session. The car in front of us is car number 40, B licence. Their rating is 2.5.
Go on, chaps, fight it out.
There's an incident in turn 4. You think it might be Angel?
Right.
Well, I've never seen a car like that before. You've just done at 1:10.94.
Pretty much. I mean, I understand why the iRacing fixed set's biased towards the HDF setup, because honestly, in real life they used to run the car with as much downforce as they possibly could. Really, LDF is the specialist Monza setup.
Find the gap. Car left. Clear left. P8. You've just done at 1:10.57. Nice one, mate. Well done, Adrian. The next car is Francisco. Their rating is 2.9.
Alright. See if we can look ahead.
back to car number 14. Behind is now 0.44. Car right. Clear right. That's your quickest lap in this session. Oh, fuck's sake, Adrian. Come on, mate. Defend your position.
Honestly, Jim, I wasn't looking in my mirrors. Had no idea I was about to get overtaken there, but anyway. Don't mind you doing that, Massiage, but let's move forward, shall we? Come on, come on, come on.
The next car is car number 14, B license, and their rating is 2.5. Our lap time was 1:11.74.
Good stuff. We've got Balash coming up.
Just done at 1:11.00. Okay, Adrian, you need to pass this time. You're losing too much time.
Come on, come on. I don't think we're heading towards Max. That's the only thing. I don't know if Massiage is being held up.
No mistakes.
Not comfortable. Just here.
Car left. Hold your line, clear left. Bad luck, mate.
Francesco, come on. I know Lindblad was being aggressive with the pulling across to defend like that, but won't wash on iRacing. That becomes blocking pretty quickly.
Next car is Velosh, and their rating is 4.5. Position.
Ooh.
The car in front is Francisco, and their rating is 2.9. Car right. Clear right. Come on, that's the stuff.
Oops. I was going a bit faster than I normally am in turn 2. Just have to make sure that
Augusto is pitting from P1. It looks like he'll come out just behind you. The leader, Augusto, is pitting. Sander, car number 2, is leading the race.
what's Ronaldo cooking? It's an early pit, isn't it? Lap 14.
The leader is now on mediums. The gap to Francisco behind is increasing. It's now 1.1. All right, Adrian, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. 8th place. The next car is Valoch, and their rating is 4.5.
Yeah, I really haven't looked after my front right this stint.
The gap in front is now 1.5. That lap time was 1:10.91.
So Ronaldo was on softs.
All right, Adrian, the next car is car number 13, and their rating is 2.5.
Wonder if it's a soft, medium, soft stint. Hello, hello! Welcome along.
The gap to E7 ahead is now 1.6.
Shit.
The lap time was 1:11.31.
Yeah, Luke was pretty upset that, well, he had a penalty on Thursday night. But
Augusto is gaining on you. The gap's now 1.0.
of course Ronaldo's gaining on me. There's only one time when Ronaldo didn't. It's when I absolutely was faster at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez last year. I think it was the Friday night, or maybe the Thursday night and the Friday night. They're in my stream backlog, go back and have a watch. That circuit really just clicked with me for some reason.
Car left. Clear left. P9. That lap was at 111.28. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.8 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.42 off the pace.
Mexico in general was crazy. My pace was crazy. Lorian. I still can't believe it. Hey, glad to see. Mugello's something else in these cars. I mean, just about any circuit. One of the things I like about this series is experiencing the way a Formula 1 car actually completely changes a circuit.
In front of us is Augusto, and their rating is 6.0.
But yeah, Mugello, it's a good one.
It's increasing. It's now 1.6.
Hey Antica, 2080 Ti
Fastest lap for Augusto.
depends on how much
0.08. That was at
detail you're
111.61.
really wedded to. You crank everything down, it should be okay, but it's the absolute bare minimum. I've got a 3080 Ti.
Car is car number 14, B-license, and their rating is 2.5.
And I definitely get performance issues. Mind you, normally I'm also streaming, so that never helps.
The gap to car number 14 ahead is now 1.8 seconds.
I mean, it is difficult if you don't have a high-end PC. VR definitely can be a struggle. Yeah, well, you won't find a VR headset that does that sort of high frame rate, mostly because the bandwidth of the cable to the headset is just not enough for that frame rate. Because you've got to send 2 images down. So also the panels inside the VR headset need to be really small. So if you're someone who cannot handle low frame rates, by low I mean, you know, sort of 80 to 90 or maybe down to 70. Yeah, VR is probably not for you, unfortunately. I personally, it needs to almost be strobing before I notice a problem. Don't get me wrong, like, VR is I love VR. I'll always advocate for racing on VR.
That lap was at 111.38. Sectors 2
But
and
it
3
certainly
are
has
0.7
trade-offs.
off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace. Okay, Adrian, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
For example, in some icky news,
Reel in car number 14. The gap is now 1.4.
you know, my face is sweating horribly just where my headset is. Partially due to the heat of the headset, partially due to the fact that
Clear left.
it's not able to
Nice move, mate.
get any breeze. So you got to deal with extra heat on your face, extra weight,
Rating is 4.5.
and yeah,
P8.
Most headsets are... Some headsets do 120, but yeah, you've got to have a pretty beefy system to run at 120. I mean, it's like triples. Triples are pushing sort of similar pixels overall.
Last lap time was at 111.44.
Some triple setups.
The gap to P9 behind is now 0.6.
Ah, yeah, that's no good. Ultra wides, I think. If I couldn't afford to replace my VR headset at any point, I'd probably get an ultra wide. They look like a good way of still having some vision. The other thing to remember with VR is that... Come on. If you've never used it before, there's always the danger that you just won't get on with it. Some people, their brains just can't cope. I felt a bit ill.
Car right. Right side's clear. Incident in turn 11. It looks like Gonzalez. Fucking hell, defend these positions.
But yeah, I felt a bit ill at the start. So I did a few things. You might notice that normal people on their iRacing, when they exit the car, it goes back, it rewinds the replay a small amount. So you see like 20 seconds, I think it is by default, of replay.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is car number 14. B license.
I,
The rating is 2.5. The gap to car number 14 ahead is increasing. It's now
Found going from a
1.8.
stationary cockpit to a moving replay
Got debris on the track. They're showing
really
the yellow flag.
disorientating, and it would make me feel ill. So I basically, there's a config where you can make it say no, don't rewind the replay at all.
E9, you're a second off the pace.
So now if I exit the car wherever I am, I just look at
the pace.
me sitting there, assuming I left, you know. The other thing is closing your eyes when you're having a bad accident and not reversing until you're used to it. For some reason going backwards is, I found, worse than going forwards.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 36 Celsius.
No, don't want to do that. Look at how much time it's cost me too.
Now 1.0 seconds. The lap time was at 111.64. You're 2 tenths off the
Smoky.
pace in sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Francisco behind is pitted.
I don't think there's big YouTube money and or mojo anywhere. And even if there was,
Francisco is now on softs.
as a two-stop. Even if there was, I'm not going to be... Hey, Michael, hang on, let me get to the straight. I'll check for you.
Gap to car number 14.
Sebastian Recau is
Now,
P3. You should be able to see that on the thing standings. Look, Smokey, if anyone reached out to me and said we'd like to sponsor you, I'd definitely consider it. I don't want to say I'd just do it because I don't need to, but especially if it's someone I already use. Next Level Racing, I'm just up the road from your HQ.
to P8 ahead is now 0.6. P9, that was a 111.32.
But yeah, I don't have the reach for sponsor, which is fine. I'd probably have to start making more content and different content to give them their money's worth. I'm honestly just happy throwing my F1 races up, hanging with you lovely people and the lovely people who aren't here right now, of course. Alright, thanks for tuning in, Antica.
8 left side, clear left. Michelle is now on softs. That was a 110.90. Left side, clear left.
Sneaky, sneaky. Bloody hell. Screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, another Adrian. Hello, fellow Adrian. Thanks for the recommendation, Smokey.
Gap to car number 14 in front is now 0.8. Just done 111.95.
Thinking I either work out how to be fast on these mediums again, if they've got any more speed in them, or a box.
Sander is pitting from position 1. I think he'll be close in front of you when he exits.
Just thinking that, Florian, just thinking that.
Luke, car number 3, is now leading.
Alright, after this lap.
The leader is now on softs. You've just done a 111.80. seconds. New fastest lap for Michelle, 108.43. Front is now 1.3.
I've got a new pit strategy. That pit strategy is don't crash at Lukey heights because you've been messing around in your black boxes.
Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour.
Pick your tyres in the pit lane, you've got time. Alright, going to hards.
100 meters. 50 meters.
Hopefully make them last till the end.
Front right, 45%. Rear right,
Oh.
67. There's a car approaching. Stay behind the white line. E9. Your tyres are cold, watch out. The car in front of us is now King, and their rating is 2.5.
Alan's still on the first set of hards. Whoop, cold hards, cold hards. Come on, Adrian. Get with it.
New fastest lap for Sander, 108.11.
Alan's a very head screwed on character. Races smart. He thinks a pass is happening, he generally doesn't fight.
On your left. Clear left, E9. Come on, Adrian. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
Whew.
Augusto, car number 1 is now in the lead.
Was there anyone else that you can see on the standings went medium to hard, I wonder?
The car ahead is Michelle.
Or am I the
Their
only
rating
one
is
trying to one-stop
4.6.
starting on the mediums?
The gap to King behind is now 2.2.
Medium soft, medium soft. Nah, all that I can see is
Just
all
done at 110,
medium
119.
softs.
Good lap. That's your best in the session. There's an incident in the loop. Looks like it's Francisco.
Sorry to hear that, Francisco. Well, I think that's Luke's plan. Sorry, Luke, to give away your strut. I don't know that anyone will be watching me and engineering someone else in the race, but actually, I don't even know if Luke's come in for the stop yet. Oh no, because it's a hard
1.78. Alright Adrian, the next car is Barnes. Their rating is 4.0. Slippy surface flags out.
Yeah.
Fastest lap for Sander, 108.01.
I mean, you would have seen Florian in the chat that Luke was a bit dissatisfied with his strategy on the fixed. Although the fixed was about 6 or 7 degrees higher track temp too, so
behind is increasing. It's now 4.5.
it was kind of interesting that mix of hard and mediums got to the front of that race.
Stupid net code, I'm out.
P8. Lefts are clear left.
Sebastian, no, that's no good. If we remember, we'll have to go have a look at that.
Sander, car number 2 is now leading.
Ronaldo behind us after a second stop. I assume this early in the race, that'll be for an extra stop of mediums. Although it doesn't really matter what tyre. Oops, that was my finger. Accidentally hitting that.
You've used half your fuel, 7th position. Okay Adrian, we're halfway through. That was at 110.41.
Please take the break.
Luke is now on mediums. Stick to the plan, don't be intimidated here. Left side. Hold to the clear left. 8th place. Come on, no more mistakes. Concentrate. Come on, keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, Ronaldo's already been all the way up the front. Been up the front, hit it, came back to us, behind us, overtook us, went back up the front.
Turn 7.
The only question is, can I hang on to get DRS at the end of this lap? Probably not. Look at that. Look at that extra pace. Just skill at getting the throttle down. Mid-corner speed and skill at getting the throttle down, I imagine.
The gap to Augusto ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
Just missed out. Probably should have used some battery down the back straight. Well, through Hayshed and to Lukey Heights.
E7.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm sure it's fun to put in the lap times and chase it down, but wouldn't you rather sit out front on a long-term tyre that you just even if you're a tenth or two slower, the pace that you can extract compared to everyone else to play the yo-yo game, a tenth or two off that isn't gonna put you back that far, and you can just make a gap. But, you know, I don't need to tell Ronaldo how to race these cars. I think he's been racing iRacing F1 for longer than I have.
The gap to B6 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.6 seconds. That lap time was 1:10.49. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Yeah, that was interesting. I honestly haven't looked at a lap counter for a while, but it did feel early. I just wonder if for some reason he couldn't make the hards last to where he wanted. And decided that a chance of a one stop was better than guaranteeing a two. Scroll up a bit and repeat Florian's comment about watching the rears. But yeah, I mean, if Luke did get caught out in that situation, where the bottom's fallen out of your tyres, yeah, I suppose that's true. Going on softs is admitting that, though. Kind of take the gamble of maybe these mediums will last.
The gap ahead is now 3.9.
Alright. How are we doing? Ronaldo in front's good to the end.
That lap was a 1:10.02. That's your best lap in the session. King behind is pitting.
We're not catching just about anyone else, I don't think. Unless Max or Luke screw up.
King is now on mediums.
Alan's just pitted out from behind us. He's doing the
gap to Augusto
hard medium.
3.6.
And all that fuel saving I did in the DRS train. All comes to naught because we're going to go one lap down. Sanders on the relative in P1. Yeah, I mean it's good that with the thermal deg and physical deg that this circuit actually does allow, you know, a 2-stop and a 1-stop as options,
Gap to Augusto.
and the hard tyre to be used,
Now,
to be
5.2.
honest.
7th position.
The only thing I wish was for, and I mean, you'd need a wider pit lane to do it, but would be a higher pit speed so that the stop wasn't a 25-second delta. Yeah, I've definitely seen a fair bit of
Augusto ahead is now 5.3.
and fielded some direct questions like about why Adelaide wasn't used, but I feel like Adelaide's a bit of a tricky one. It's so tight and there'd be so many laps there. Especially doing a 305-kilometre distance. It's such a short circuit. I think a full Grand Prix distance is 97 laps or something.
Baloch is now on softs.
You're going back to the old days, Smokey, there.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Baloch, and their rating is 4.5. Francisco behind is pitting now.
Balash was in the hole in my standings, my little standings window that I've got in here, which isn't quite
Gap to Baloch.
what's shown on
Front is
screen,
now
but similar.
6.4.
Didn't even realise Balash had another stop to make, but doesn't look like, unless there's a mistake made. Though it is an ambitious run for a soft tyre, 24 laps.
That was at 110.77. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.44 off the pace.
I mean, Max is only 13 seconds up. Really worn tyres, it's easy to make a mistake. Honestly, Smokey, I don't think we'll ever know 100% for sure. Team will. But I think what they've already said out loud
7.65.
is probably it. Nice one. Well, it would have been like 6 a.m. or something for you, Florian. 4 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. Over in Europe. I know it was 4 a.m. for the UK.
The gap to P6 ahead is increasing. It's now 7.9.
GP was 5. Ah, nice.
Your lap time was 10.79. The leader, Sander, is pitting.
Ooh. We get a reprieve from the blue flags.
Incident in turn 11. We think it might be Gonzalez. The car ahead is Michelle, and their rating is 4.6. Gonzalez behind is pitting. The gap to Michelle ahead is increasing. It's now 7.5.
That'll be because I had a pretty ordinary turn 4. Partially at least.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is a lap behind.
Yeah, I mean that's what Piastri said, but then also Zach Brown said something about we didn't see anything on the telemetry, which I'm like, really, Zach? So I don't know. That's why I think we won't get the 100% full-on story. You know, we've got Oscar felt that it was power delivery he didn't expect. Zach kind of hinted it might have been driver error, but either way, it's a sad situation.
The next car is Augusto, and their rating is 6.0.
Oh, Rudeau's got back ahead of Ronaldo.
The gap to Augusto ahead is now 11 seconds. That's a new fastest lap for Sander, 108.00.
I mean, yeah, it could be that. I mean, the car was definitely not performing smoothly on the way out of the pits. We have seen,
Fastest lap for
you know,
Michelle, 107.36.
Sainz had issues with, needed a new energy store and control electronics. Russell took a new energy store and control electronics. They don't do that at the first round. especially when some of those parts you only get 2. Well, this season I think they've got extra, but you normally only get like 3 energy stores or 2 energy stores. The control electronics I think used to be 2, probably still is. But yeah, they don't, even if it's 3 each, they don't take new ones of those at the first round lightly. I know it's all in the pool, so perhaps the original ones that they used in quali can be used again, but...
Augusto, ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
11.4, come on, where are my 10.9s? No, I wasn't using deployment down the straight there. Come on, Adrian. Got to keep the pace up. But yeah, we'll just have to see. It's going to be an interesting year.
Gap to 6th place. Ahead is now 13 seconds.
I do feel a bit sorry for the casual fan, because some of the stuff that's going on and some of the reasons why a driver is or isn't able to perform at their best are really obscure, so hopefully the sport doesn't suffer from that. I especially think they need to sort out something for the overtake mode. There was one good thing about DRS was it was open, public, you knew when people were about to get it, when they did have it. You had graphics on the screen. Even if you're just looking at the car, if you could see the wing, you can see the wing opening. Even here in the sim, I don't need to have any sort of overlay to know that the person in front has DRS. If I'm following them, I can just see the flap.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Barnes, and their rating is 4.0. Is now 14 seconds.
Yeah, I mean the trouble with running a Formula 1 car anywhere is
There's an incident in the loop. Looks like Francisco.
Ooh, sounds like places for us.
Your lap time was at 1:10.46.
But yeah, running a Formula 1 car is just so damned expensive, transporting them around.
seconds. That lap time was 1:10.55.
All right. The good thing about these hard tyres at the end is they just feel like they're only just coming good now. Except in that corner. But only first flyer softs feel any good in that corner. Well, I think Max
Was at 1:10.49.
Max seems to have already started to drop off a little. We've already caught by a second.
The gap to Barnes ahead is now 12 seconds.
Unless, as you say, his tyres cliff and just fall off, then
That lap time was 1:10.34.
I don't know that we're going to quite have time to catch and pass Max. However, if his tyres are too dangerous for him and he stops, then the place is ours. Provided I don't do anything stupid like that.
Just done a 1:10.77. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
Yeah, I think they've also made a bit too much of the
The gap to Barnes
boost button.
ahead is now 12 seconds.
Like, the car's always had a boost button that would reduce the amount of clipping that they did and try to give them a better lap time. I refer back to one of my favourite videos online is the final 2 laps of the 2020, I think it was the Styrian Grand Prix, where Lando got his first podium, F1 podium. You hear Tom Stallard on the radio. He's like, basically told him that Lewis has a penalty and they think they can get inside the penalty. Lewis in P3 has a 5-second penalty. And he's like going down the main straight and he's like, overtake out of turn 1 and then, you know, along towards going up the hill to turn 3, it's like long press out of 3 just coaching him through all the places he can use overtake. It's a great video. Oh, look, we've already caught a couple of seconds. But yeah, look at the Super Formula with their push-to-pass system, where they've got the roll hoop flashing and the rain light flashing. I mean, that already means something in Formula 1, so you need to do something else.
Gap
But
to P6 in front is now 9.8.
it'd be good to have something. Oh, that's a horrid loop. Come on, Max. Won't hurt. I'll just drive past you nice and gently. Then we can put a band-aid over those tyre blisters when you get back into the pits.
Last lap was at 110.18. Alright, Adrian, you're really advanced in. The gap is
Yes, I am,
9.0
Jim.
seconds.
Come on, come on, come on. It's always a good sign when you feel energized enough to think the corner that's the same size it was the last lap is too long. Too deep there. We've got battery, let's go to attack.
The lap time was 110.67.
Nice. Like that one.
You're really advanced in. The gap's now 8.1.
Ah. I'm still pleased with this pace, even if we don't quite catch Max.
You've just done at 110.14.
This pace has been alright. Oh, come on. Adrian. Can't do that. You know where your tyres are. Don't push it down the hill.
That was 110.71. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. The gap to in front is now 7.1.
Rubbish. Come on. Come on, Adrian. It was just like a half a millimeter where I'm like, yeah, that's too far.
Your last lap time was at
What do you know? It
1:07.74.
was.
The gap to P6 ahead is now 6.3.
Come on. We don't have enough laps, I don't think. Don't give up, though. He's well within little spin territory. They talk about being within a safety car window. I'm within a small mistake window.
That lap time was 1:10.29. Okay, Adrian, you're reeling bars in. The gap is now 5.5 seconds.
We're at the stage where if I can make the number
2 laps left.
next to
You've
my
just
name
done
go down
1:10.59.
in any way, it's the only way to add pressure.
There's an incident in turn 11. Looks like it's Augusto.
Oh, Ronaldo! What have you done?
The gap in front is now 4.6 seconds.
Alright. 4.5 seconds, white flag.
The gap
Last
to
lap.
one behind is now seconds. 1 lap ahead. 1 more lap to go. That lap was at 110.90. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. 2 litres remaining. Sander has won.
One day I really must get around to the committing the code for crew chief to report this car in kilos.
Good race, guys. That was lots of fun. Well done.
Oh, we almost had
1 litre remaining.
freaking
Yeah, well done everyone.
DRS on the last lap on it. Ah, under 2 seconds.
P7, good race. Well done today. That's the end of the session.
See you next week.
Max, mate, if I had a couple more laps, you might have been in trouble. Maybe more than a couple. Ah, yeah, thanks, Florian. Thanks for pointing that out, actually. I didn't realise just how, 37 on softs. What the hey? Max comes in the chat. We'll have to ask him just how bad it was. Oh. Ah, no worries, Smoky. No worries. Let's have a look. Max's. Oh, look at that right front. You can see. Look at that. Ouch. That's not a happy tyre. Hey, Max. Florian thought you were running a bit vulnerable. So I chased. And chased and chased. What was the number on that, do you know? Was it single-digit percents or what? Obviously it wasn't a meatball. Oh. Even that, which is a left turn, it's like, you can see how he's like, turn, please turn. I'm so careful there. Ah, well done, mate. I'm pretty happy with the P7, actually, to be honest. Have a quick look at my start, and then we'll have a look at a couple of people who didn't make it. Oh, I just had nowhere to go. It was Ronaldo up the front, wasn't it? Sander, that's right. Good reactions from Sebastian to go around. Dare I say, oh, and Luke. Luke probably won't appreciate this comparison, but Colapinto like. But yeah, that just held us up. Managed to get someone who That was the car in front. Who passed us there? Oh, Massillage. Yeah, Luke definitely had the more the Colapinto moment. But yeah, we managed to get... I'm actually, like, I'm both surprised and glad that... Who have we got here? Angel and Alan. Oh, of course, Alan. Well done, Alan. Fair play for backing out. Let's have a quick look. Managed to get Massillage, and then I think this feels like coming over Lukey Heights at the right speed for during the race, but not when everyone's going to Constantina up. Fair play to get it pulled up, honestly. And then we just got held up a little bit because that LDF actually wasn't faster around here, I don't think. But yeah. Sebastian, lap 36. All right, so let's go to Sebastian, who had an unfortunate... Oh, no, it's lap 33 at the seat. Like there's anyone around. Somebody have their own moment, or is this next lap? Oh. Oh, Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo. The right idea to move there. Up, 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 blimp, face. Yeah, that... I appreciate where Sander says that's netcode, but I think that's... sorry, when not Sander, I was just reading Sander's chatting in the chat. I understand Sebastian said something about netcode, but I don't think that was netcode. Even if you allow for a bit of netcode, I think you're still going to hit something. Yeah, I look at the overlap of the two cars there and I go, yeah, maybe you wouldn't have hit the wheel, but you would have hit... This is the corrected as well. Once you get to the replay, it's corrected positions. So that's where Ronaldo's sim thought Ronaldo's car was. It was just the wrong idea to move. But yeah, I mean, maybe a bit of netcode involved, but that's just terrible. So Sebastian, watching this back, or Michael, if you're watching back, I mean, it's in the end, it's not, whether it's netcode or not, it's not. It's no way up to Sebastian. Sebastian's done the only thing you can do when you're faced with this. There's open track, and there's a cloud with an obvious car behind it, and you aim for that. So, and it's happened so fast. Did you see it? He's seen it. He's gone. Yeah, it's just terrible. Oh well. What else should we do that happened to only lap 5? Behind us, DRS doesn't make any inroads. Fast forward a bit. I think ends this lap. DRS closes. Oh no. That's right. I remember seeing this. Well, once again, Angels. I mean, difficult to say that's an unsafe rejoin, but have rejoined and hit another car. Just Bono's. Oh, look at the understeer. Look at the understeer. Has been trying to steer and just this hairpin's difficult. And I was chatting about it in my test stream. You can see the angle of the car changes slightly, right there, like about there. Yeah. The LDF was going to cause us problems, wasn't it? But it's like, and I don't know what equipment that Bono's running on. You know, if it's a single screen, it's probably only about here that that back a little. Probably only about sort of here that you've got any chance of seeing. Jump in the cockpit. And I mean, even though you're looking there, like you probably can only see to the tops of the tires. So yeah, could have been a bit of that too. Depends on how early you could see. Oh, yep. Oh no, sorry to see that, mate. I know you've occasionally watched my videos, so that's terrible. Angel, we know what happened. Massey Edge. Happened to Matt. 36. Oh, yep. That'll do it. Been there, done that. Yep. Well, there's Luke. I think that's about it. It was a relatively clean split as far as the racing went. So yeah, it was great. Lovely to have everyone along, whether you lurked, whether you're watching this back later. If you like it, hit the like, then other people might see it who also like it. Thanks, special thanks to the people who got in the chat. Florian, I actually think that closing down Max at the end was largely in part to you noticing that his tires were a bit old. So that's the sort of thing an engineer can keep an eye out for, as I like to use the term chat-gineers. Anyone who's watching is automatically a chat-gineer. So if you've got suggestions or questions or why don't yous, yeah, throw them in, and we can all learn from the experience that I've got and the experience that other people in the chat have got. I'm always learning when I do these streams. One of the reasons I keep doing them. So thanks everyone. This was the last race at Phillip Island that I'm doing because I've unfortunately got to work tomorrow. and the other races are, sort of morning and during my Monday. They may not be for you, so there'll be 1900 UTC, and there'll be 1 a.m. UTC and 4 a.m. UTC, the final 3 races of the Open Series. Next week, since it's a Formula One race next week, unfortunately, the Shanghai International Circuit is not available on iRacing. So we're headed to Italy, to Mugello. It also has a super long straight. It also has a couple of tight, twisty corners, and a nice fast middle sector. So if you squint and turn your head to one side, it can make a good China replacement. Either way, it's a great circuit to race these cars on, and I hope if you're unable to jump in a race that you're able to jump on my stream. See you all on Thursday at 10 UTC. Catch you then.